So what we're doing here is we're just getting some ideas about relativity, just reviewing some ideas, so you could have a better approach when you start looking at interpretations, when you start naturally, because we all do, when we start applying our interpretations and how we take it and how we judge how others take things, right? So you could see how this nature should tie into there are not multiple amounts, there are not versions of yourself, okay? The thing is, there's the you, all right? And then there's the other frames of reference of you. Here's where we get into the proof. Here's where we get into identifying behaviors and natures, identifying mechanics, identifying the relationship which gives us a reason, which gives us evidence, which gives us proof, okay, of how, okay, we can look at this relationship by looking at how, okay, they interact. And this is how we're going to do this. These are frames of reference of you. All right, they may perceive you or in the event of what's happening for you completely differently, or drastically or significantly differently, or they may view it very similar with just slight differences. But here's some things that we're going to look at. Here's some things that we should look at. Okay, they can't do anything if they're not connected to you. Okay. They can't do jack if they have no connection. If there's no continuity between all of these frames of reference, okay, then there's no perception of you. Right? So one, the only way that they can perceive incorrectly or correctly, the only way that they can even experience a version of the event that's going on for you, okay, is if they're all in some kind of constant frame of reference, a larger one. Because if you want to still describe their experience in terms of a personalized or nonlinear or exclusive or unique frame of reference, then we still have to look at the bigger picture, that the only way that they could still have information about you, the only way that they can still experience information about you, still experience the event of yourself, as if they're connected fundamentally. Okay? So they're all connected fundamentally. And most scientists do understand this, that X and Y have a certain balance or a certain relationship. A certain amount of the experience is exclusive, but then a certain amount is shared. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see, X and Y would not be able to see Y at all if they were completely in their own frame of reference. The issue is people think that X and Y's frame of reference behaves as if it's separate. Okay? It behaves as if it does. Right? Behaving as if it does is not the same thing as it is. Okay? It can be a bit tricky. But, all right? So, what we have here is, so we understand that, okay, this box, this larger frame of reference that all three are in, okay, that can be our truth. All right, this is our event that happens. And these are probabilities of, right, possibilities of, but P for perception. These are the perceptions, perceiving the event of Y. And they may perceive the event of Y differently, but the only way that they can perceive the event at all in the first place is if they're connected in some way. Okay? That's the point that I want to make in this one before we move on to the next point. Okay. The next point, how connected are these, so that we could start to debate so that we could start to debate. Let's use tapes of colors, okay? How much or how accurately is it to describe y as the source? Because in x's experience of y, okay, y is in here. In y, x, and did I put a y here? Look at that. And this will be y2. Okay? And in y's experience over here, okay, there's a y here. All right? In y2's experience, there's a y here. So it's not like in this frame of reference, and this is where we might get some complications, in this frame, in these frames of reference, it's not like x is noticing that it's looking out over here. Okay? This is x's reality. Okay? This reason why we have complications in understanding some of these things. This is x's reality right here, and in x's reality there's p and the event of p, there's y and the event of y happening. And so the issue is x is going to believe what he's experiencing for y is the truth. But what x doesn't realize is that it's a version. It could be a version, or it could be a variation, okay, of the real event. And the same goes for y2.